Ben was a fixer. He bought old, rotting houses in rural counties, flipped them, and moved on. The house on Blackwood Creek was his biggest project yet, mostly because the previous owners had simply walked away, leaving everything behind, even the food in the pantry. On the third night, the thumping started. It wasn't a ghost story thumping, it was heavy, rhythmic, and coming from the crawl space beneath the floorboards. Thump, thump, thump. Ben grabbed a flashlight and a crowbar. He figured a stray deer or a very large coyote had gotten stuck in the foundation. He pulled up a loose plank in the hallway and shone the light into the dirt below. The beam hit a pair of boots. Ben froze. The boots were old, caked in dried mud, and they were attached to legs. He scrambled back, his heart slamming against his teeth. But then he noticed the legs weren't moving. They were stiff. He called the sheriff, but out in the creek lands, soon meant 2 hours. Ben sat in the kitchen, staring at the hole in the hallway. He told himself it was a body from decades ago, a cold case, nothing to be afraid of now. Then he heard the first knock. It didn't come from the hole. It came from the front door. Knock. Ben didn't move. He didn't have neighbors. 10 minutes later, knock. This one was louder. Ben looked back at the hole in the floor. The flashlight he'd dropped was still down there, face up, illuminating the underside of the floorboards. He realized something that turned his blood to slush. The boots in the crawl space weren't pointing down toward the dirt. They were pointing up. The person wasn't lying on the ground. They were pinned to the underside of the floor, directly beneath where he had been standing. Then came the third knock. It didn't come from the door. It didn't come from the crawl space. It came from inside his wardrobe, 3 feet behind his chair. Ben didn't look back. He ran for the front door, but as he grabbed the handle, he felt a hand, cold, calloused, and smelling of damp earth, gently rest on top of his own. "I already knocked 3 times," the voice whispered in his ear. "That means I'm already in."